Grandma is from a different generation. She loves me, I know that. She just expresses herself really badly sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
She's trying hard, though. I should call her later.
Okay. Yeah, we're back to Will. That must be like a chapter of the game. So yeah, no doubt, we'll finish up in the kitchen and we'll go into the bathroom and we'll have the next chapter. Oh, milk. Yeah, we're making our cereal. I so rarely eat cereal nowadays. I tend to not eat breakfast. Oh, okay, we're not in the bathroom yet.
I don't think I exactly lived up to her ideas of what a man should be like. I'm okay, though, I think. Taking responsibility, too. Marrying Harry would be a big step.
Right, yeah. So now I don't need to go to the bathroom? Okay. Go to the lounge. I suppose I haven't eaten my cereal yet.
I love him. No doubt there. But will marriage make these patterns feel less like a trap?
Something you have to think about. Whether you're doing it just because you have to, or because you actually want to.
I feel like he helped me to get where I am, but I don't know if he's everything for the future, too. How do people usually decide this stuff?
A lot of people don't anymore. Yeah, so yeah, now I'm going to the bathroom, yeah.
Time to get ready.
This will be the next chapter.
Love is a strange thing. Totally personal, but shared by everyone,
Oh dear.
too. I remember I loved Sarah when I was with her at uni. What would be the point in marriage? I hurt Sarah when I was with her. I'll hurt Harry too, in the end. I don't deserve someone like him.
Even though that's supposed to be me, I feel like I'm peeping. I feel like I shouldn't have been in there.
I was so frightened on my first day at university.
Oh, you're playing
My
as Sarah.
parents drove me to the student village in the car stuffed with everything I owned in the world. I tried to look confident. It was faked. I'm not sure anyone noticed either way.
Oh, we're playing as Sarah.
Paul
This will be
always
interesting.
liked Will. I doubt my biological dad would have.
Once again, split parents.
Looking at all my things in the boot of the car, I never knew I had so much stuff.
Yeah. I've never had to move before, which I'm so glad of. Moving is such an ordeal. Oh, these are cool little flats. I like the stair layout.
I think Mum or Paul must have picked up the keys from somewhere. Weird that I don't remember how we got them now. I went up first.
But yeah, these are student accommodations, so they're going to be small,
Walking into my
pretty
dorm room
cramped.
for the first time, I could only think about my own nerves. It's one of those things that we do sometimes. We forget about the feelings of others. Yes, I was scared about it all, but how did Mum and Paul feel? After unloading the car, they were about to drive away to an empty home for the first time in 18 years. Maybe it was a scarier day for them than for me.
Yeah. I have a lamp thing like this. I have a shade on my light in my bedroom, very similar to this. Yeah, Sarah seems cool. Yeah, I wonder how this is gonna go, because this is an angle that I've not seen told very frequently in these kind of stories. Oh, there we go.
I wasn't paying much attention to unloading. My room had a really thin nylon carpet and the cheapest mattress the university could find, I think, and I didn't care at all. It was my own space. Do
That
you
is
remember
something-
the first time you had a place to yourself? To be able to lock the door and really tell everyone to stay away, or to ask someone in?
The closest thing I've had to that feeling is when I was traveling overseas and I was in Japan. When I was in Japan, I was by myself. I was traveling solo, and that was the first true feeling of independence I had. And it was really cool.
I think we all must feel the same.
You get lonely though. You get real lonely like that. But I was honestly like, while watching Will eat his cereal on his couch, I was busy thinking to myself, God, I wish I had my own place.
Having a
That'd be
room
really
and
nice,
being
just having
18?
my
Yes,
own
of
space.
course I was thinking about dating. I guess everyone was.
Like, don't get me wrong, there's a reason I live where I live. But, yeah. Be nice to have my own private space.
I felt average, but I wasn't. None of us are, really.
But by that definition, everyone's average. Oh, it's like I'm literally taking the boxes in.
Actually, cute's the right word. I didn't really think about sexy back then, I guess.
Oh,
It's funny to think back, like this, now.
so Will had like a place across the road from her.
I didn't notice Will again for a couple of weeks. If I'm honest, I'd forgotten about him while I got set up in my new home, though he must have been in the lectures. So anyway, I next noticed him through the window of the Union Bar.
Oh.
I remembered he'd looked back at me on that first day, and it made me smile.
Oh, he's looking up at me. Except that there's no Sarah just yet. Like, not on my end. I couldn't see where Sarah was in context.
Britpop was still doing pretty well. Good music, Blur, Pulp, that kind of thing, and Oasis weren't just repeating themselves then.
90s, early 1000s.
Not that the Union was playing much of those.
Yeah, we're talking late 90s now.
As much as it was tacky in there,
Early thousands.
I miss it too. It was crowded, hard to talk, and the floor was sticky from spilled Alka-Pops, but it was fun.
Alka-Pops? Do they mean like alcohol with soda in it? Like a vodka and Coke, or like anything with Coke. Any of the alcohols with Coke. Or what's more common, and that is like lemonade and vodka. Like what do they call those here? Like cruises? They've got another name. Some of them are brand versions, and some of them are just names that are like colloquial.
After I'd seen him at the window, I wanted to talk to him. Maybe more. I pretty much went on the hunt.
Yeah,
It's not easy to find someone when you're not so tall and the lights are low. Spotting Will in the crowd was hard. I think I was changing
Fizzle.
fast. It'd only been a couple of weeks since I got to uni, but I felt very different.
I will say, going to uni does
Will
change you.
always gave me a good vibe. I know that sounds weird, but there it is.
Oh, he's there.
He just felt like a good person. He was too.
Oh. I see. Oh, he's busy looking at Harry. I see. Yikes. This is the three characters.
Considering it was the first thing I ever said to him, it's funny that I have no idea what the conversation was about that I butted into. I think I was pretty obvious in my intentions. It was hard to
God.
talk over the music. We had a couple of drinks, and then I remember pulling him outside.
I see. What happened to Harry? I was curious to see what was going to happen here. clearly Will and Harry were already, like, talking.
You know the feeling, the rush of anticipation? I was getting that so much.
Right. What are they gonna do?
We went to sit just outside the bar. We could still hear the music, and
was
the
gonna
cold
say.
night air felt good.
I'm assuming they were just leaving so they can have a proper chat and maybe a kiss. Maybe a kiss. Yeah. Oh, out here.
And that was when he first kissed me.
See, I thought so. I could feel it. Oh, screen 2 Winchester.
Our first proper date was to the cinema. We sat at the back, kind of a cliche really. There's that pressure for back row liaisons, you know?
So that no one else can see you. When you're at the back, you've got, like, privacy.
We sat there fidgeting, wanting to touch but scared to.
This is weird. This is basically what my first date was as well.
I kept on
my
trying
first
to
proper
look at
date.
him from the side
No, that's a
to
lie,
see
that's
if
a
he
lie.
was looking at me.
I forgot about another date that I went on.
When I went to hold his hand, he moved his away. But I think that was by accident.
Right, what else? Oh, feet.
I shifted to rest my leg against his. It was awkward and definitely not the natural and subtle thing I was going for.
Yeah. Okay, what else is there? Ah,
We ignored the film, pretty much.
yeah.
It was that silly action one with that guy who always acts crazy. Thingamy.
Thingamy. No, this reminds me of a date that I went on.
It was
not
like everything
my
else
first.
faded out.
Right. Yeah, now it's like private.
I finally made an actual move and put my hand on his leg. I felt so relieved when he smiled at me.
Wait. Too bad they're mannequins
He
and they
put his
don't show.
hand on the side of my face, just gently on the skin, turning me to face him.
Oh, how
He
very
closed his
romantic.
eyes and kissed me, placing his lips softly onto mine.
I thought this was gonna be heavier.
We sat with our
And less
fingers locked
cutesy.
together for the rest of the film, and when it was over we walked out, still holding hands. Even as we left, there was something else there. Did you ever have a love that you felt so strongly that you knew it had to end?
Oh god.
Will always gave the
Right.
impression of confidence, like he always had a grand plan. I wish I knew if he saw that end coming too, like I felt it was. I don't know if that would have made how it went any easier. I'd been putting off unpacking all of my boxes, but the next day I finally got round to it. I got out the essentials, of course, but I hadn't felt very motivated to do the rest.
I like her style. I like the boots, the pants. It's very punk, which I like. Oh, right.
My mum gave me a tasseled cloth scarf to remind me of home. She's a right hippie.
Nice. Oh, I could choose one or the other. I see.
Will was going
Nice.
to come over later that week, so I unpacked the candles my mum had given me. I wonder if she suspected I'd fall for someone. She's a bit canny like that. I was falling for him too. Is it weird to tell you this?
Only a little bit. Only a little bit. This does feel like I'm doing like an interview.
I brought my first ever toy to uni with me. I know it seems weird for a woman to do that, but it brings back happy memories. I've still got that bunny on a shelf in my room. It's like looking straight into the past and some good times. Even the smell makes me happy.
Actually, recently I reclaimed a few of my toys, my early childhood toys, and stuck them in my room. I have there's some teddies on a shelf back there that are like ones that I remember very, very fondly when I was younger.
I think I brought my old books as a comfort thing. I didn't really expect to read them at uni. They were just nice to have around.
Can't read what that one is. Oh.
I couldn't make up my mind where to put things.
Oh. Oh, I can like change them if I want to. Or do I have to change them? Oh,
I
maybe
wanted
I have
it to look nice in there. It was my space.
Maybe I have to change them.
I must have spent ages just shifting stuff around.
I might have to end up putting them all in new places.
The little choices are important. I guess it didn't make any difference really. But I was happy when I was sure I'd got it right. I wanted to feel comfortable when Will came over.
You made me change it to all uncomfortable positions. I had chosen very carefully the first time.
Will
That's
and
my thing.
It felt like a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing. And just as likely to burn us both as to make us happy.
Right. I'm one of those kind of people. I'm a one and done kind of person. Yeah. Like, I choose carefully the first time. And then you make me choose a second time. Just like...
But what a lovely way to burn.
Oh. Ain't that a kick in the... Ain't that a kick in the pants? I never have enough
that
time
Christmas,
to take a
I
sip.
met Will's family. We'd been together for 4 months. Do you remember me there?
She's talking to Will's parents, is she? No! Is she talking to Will's grandmother? I wonder.
I don't think I really said much that day. I was head over heels in love with him and very worried I'd say something wrong.
I wonder if that's what it is. I wonder if Will has died. And it's Sarah and Will's grandmother chatting, talking about Will.
We were still at that stage
Will
where
and
you
his
constantly want to touch
partner
the other
died.
person. I love that, but I didn't reach out with his family or there.
No, that would have been awkward.
I remember he lightly touched the back of my neck as he poured me some wine, and it sent tingles into my stomach.
You see, as I said, I wasn't
It was a
expecting it to
really
be so
nice
cutesy.
meal, and we all got on okay.
But it's doing this to frame what's gonna happen next. Oh no, it's just waiting for him to finish cutting. I was like,
You
what
only
am I
get to
missing?
make one first impression, so I probably should have worn something else. I felt quite self-conscious.
I see.
I loved him so much. But that feeling I had wouldn't go away, that it was all going to end. That Christmas Day, though, I felt like we had a chance.
Here it comes. It was the next stage, wasn't it? That things went south in Grandma's
Things were going
story.
well, but over the months, I felt the relationship changing.
Oh.
We often put on music to fall asleep to. Do you remember Enigma? Monks chanting and electronic stuff.
It's an enigma.
We'd put that on a lot and just let ourselves drift off to the music.
Yeah, these two are a little older than I am, so their nostalgia for music and stuff like that will be
We
slightly
listened to a lot
before
of
my time.
Portishead. Even now when I listen to them, I remember being back in that room, in his arms. We would watch videos in bed together, or whatever was on the TV. There was a transgender character on Coronation Street. We talked about that for a long time. I'd never had to think about my sexuality much. I'm straight, and as far as I knew, my friends up until that time all had been too. I just accepted Will for who he was, regardless of his sexuality.
Oh, at this stage is Will saying, Will might be bisexual. Oh no.
It's funny to tell you this now, but I was never jealous of Harry. You'd think I would be, but I loved Will so much. I just wanted him to be happy. The longer we dated, the more we stayed in. We had a few friends that we'd go out for drinks with, and Harry, but Will and me spent most of our time together. Those memories will always be a warm place for me. We were all, Will, Harry and me, studying on the same English degree. There was a spark between Will and Harry, that much was obvious.
So they're all classmates.
I didn't feel jealous. I know that sounds weird, but I liked seeing Will happy, and Harry made him feel that way.
Oh, where's the next one? Oh, over there.
I'll never forget that time. Seeing their friendship grow.
So yeah, the time gaps are a little different for the two different stories.
I think we both could feel that an end was going to be inevitable. But we still were in love. Though sometimes lonely, in a weird way. Feeling like the only people in the world. You cherish the other person, but you long for another life too. Maybe I didn't mind Will getting closer to Harry because it felt like our own love was too much for two people. It might seem odd to you, but it was my suggestion. I told Will to ask out Harry. I loved him. I knew it would make us all happy for Will to have Harry in his life. It was something he needed to do. Helping a person find their true love, that's an honor. It's a kind of magic right there.
That is.
For a long time, though, I wish that true love had been me.
That's the thing, you can want something and know, in this case, that, you know, it's that whole, like, if you love something, you gotta let it go.
Let me paint a picture for you of the end. Will had been seeing both me and Harry at the same time for about 6 months. I can see you think that sounds weird, but it really wasn't. We were all open, safe, and honest about it. The picture. It was in the basement of the Royal Oak in October. You could still smoke in pubs back then, and the faint smell was always there.
Right.
The tables were dark, heavy wood. The stone floor smelled slightly of disinfectant.
These kind of pubs and, like, eating places are, like, they're slightly less
The seats were covered
rustic.
with tapestry fabric that was worn and faded.
Yeah. Less,
I
like,
knew
old
what I was going to
school
say to Will.
here in New Zealand.
Before I went to university, a friend asked me what love is.
Oh, I can see something down the end there.
I told her that love was being able to tell a person that you never wanted to see them again.
Whoa.
Even though it broke your heart to do it,
Right, yeah.
you would tell them to leave you because it was right.
In the context, I know what she's, you know, we understand what her meaning. It just sounds rough as to say it like that.
I was quite happy with that answer. Like love was something from a Shakespearean tragedy.
I think when no story's gonna be told.
I don't know why they asked me.
Yeah.
I'd never been in love when I said that.
I think when you're not going to be told more story, you can just click the next thing straight away.
I didn't think I'd have to do it myself one day.
I could tell
I didn't
immediately.
expect to be right.
I could tell immediately that Sarah was going to be cool. Need to talk.
We need to talk.
Oh?
Wait, this isn't right. This needs to change.
This needs to change.
You mean us?
I feel like I'm getting in your way.
I feel like I'm getting in your way.
You're not. This is good.
Don't know if it's good for you.
Sure, but I don't know if it's good for you.
I'd like to be the one making that choice.
I'm happy with you, I love you, but this isn't about me.
I'm happy with you. I love you, but this isn't about me.
I love you too. I want to be with you.
I think you're wrong, or I know? I know.
I know, but I don't think you should be.
Is this it? Can I do anything differently?
No, you've not done anything wrong.
No, you've not done anything wrong.
I don't want this.
Me either, but it's
Me
right.
either. But it's right.
I love you.
Love you too.
I love you too.
Aw. Dear.
I was so in love. I
Uh.
can't tell you how much it hurt to let him go. I never forgot him.
Yeah.
Love doesn't just stop when you split up. It barely even fades, really. It just mellows with age and memory. I've never loved anyone like that again.
Ooh. I was waiting for this to get heavy.
It took me 2 years to get over Will. I saw him falling deeper and deeper in love with Harry.
Oh dear.
I didn't really consider that we could all have kept on dating together. You know, it might have worked for a while, but that wasn't what we did. It's just the past. 2 years is a long time. I focused on my courses, got a first-class honours degree. That was a plus of feeling desperately alone. I never really forgot that feeling of love for Will, but eventually I dated again and fell in love again. The love I have now, it's wonderful, and not the same as what Will and I had. Love is unique every time, and that's a good thing.
I was gonna say, I think that is a truth about what you're saying there. You never truly stop loving someone. It just morphs with time, fades.
The way Will and I were together was something amazing, a special time that changed me. It didn't matter that it wasn't forever, it was right exactly how it was.
Oh. Uh-oh. Phone call. Ominous phone call at the end of the scene there. Oh, we're back here in the shower.
I loved Sarah. I still do, but not the same as I did then. We go for drinks a few times a year. She's wonderful. It's easy to see why we dated.
Oh, here we are. Towel.
I felt awful when we broke up, but it was right.
Oh, damn it. I was hoping you
I
was
loved two people, and she saw a future for me that I couldn't. She's smarter than me, I guess.
trying to give him privacy, even though he's like me in a way. Yeah, like it's. I'm sure people make it work, but I think it's.
I wouldn't be here now without her.
It'd be difficult to.
I've got to remember to appreciate this time more. All the tiny moments make up our lives.
I don't know how I could feel. I don't know how I could. I don't know if I could manage having two significant others, so to speak. Are we just gonna go through the motions, are we? Oh.
In all the mundane things, it's easy to lose that
toothpaste
feeling of
and toothbrush.
purpose.
Hmm. What's these? Ah. Deodorant? But like
I
sprayed.
can't believe I'm thinking about
It's like
proposing to
cologne.
Harry
Yeah,
while
rather than
spraying
deodorant.
my armpits. I'm such a smooth operator.
Dear.
I love him. I'm being stupid, wanting action and adventure every day. I've got enough of that, and love right here. Or, I wonder if he would like more than only marriage.
What does he mean by that?
We could start a family.
Ah, of course. I can't believe it.
Kids.
I can't believe that never
Wow.
crossed my mind.
That could be good, actually. Maybe I'll leave that conversation to another day, eh? One thing at a time.
Oh, I forgot how this game started. I'd forgotten how this game started. Yeah, see, I've been speculating as to what happens.
Shit. What if I propose and he says no?
I mean, he might just not be ready.
He wants this too, right?
I'm assuming... Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Is he
I
still
think
asleep?
Harry wants a family. We'll talk about it. I think it would be good.
Yeah.
The most important day of my life ahead.
Was he going out to buy a ring?
Keys? I don't know what lies ahead, but it'll be amazing.
Yeah.
I love you. Have a good day. It's easy to forget to appreciate the small things. I think I've done that too much.
Oh my god. Like a loop.
I should have looked at this view more. I'll do that from now on.
It's such a typical, like, tragedy story where it's... He's turning his life around this one day. For the first time, he's, like, turning his life around a bit.
Take this elevator. So much work went into this, and I never even thought about it before now. Thousands of hours of people's lives were dedicated to making this box on wire. I just assume it will always work. Only pay attention when something goes wrong. Assumptions, patterns. I've got to pay more attention.
Oh, I wonder if I can fix the... I wonder if because I know what's happening, if I can, like, fix this event.
I'm going to take control.
That's why I kept, yeah, all this dialogue with the extra context makes a whole lot more sense now.
I don't want to lose what we've got to by not paying attention to it. Some routine is good, sure. Other patterns, they're just habits with no meaning.
Is it bad that I'm just going through all the same steps? Because I already know, approximately. Oh dear. Just stay in today. Just don't go out. I find it interesting that this like classical music playing when previously like we've always had like rock.
It was
punk,
easy to get lazy,
punk
to let
stuff.
things fall slowly into a dull routine.
I can't see stuff in the rear view.
Things are okay, but they're not going anywhere.
I can already see the interactable from a distance.
It's time to take control.
Yeah, when he first said that at the start, I was like, am I supposed to do something here?
I can't think how often we chatted there, talking late into the night.
Coffee shop. In my brain, I'm like, is there something else I can interact with on the way through? I can't look backwards. There's something to note.
The park is beautiful.
I'm just waiting for it to happen. Is that the van that drives into the back of us? I mean, who else would it be? No, pay attention. It's here. Watch out.
He's got to know how I feel about him.
Watch out,
I
Will.
love him so much.
Get your rear view. I bet I'm playing.
We didn't always get much of a chance to see each other during the weekdays. He worked really hard. He loved his job. On Sundays, we would go to the park to feed the ducks. It was the end of the summer, but we went there even in the winter. It was out in the open. We felt free there.
Oh, they're going invisible.
It
They're
was
all
our
becoming
place to be
memories.
together.
Let's just click all the things. Even though I was pretty sure.
This
yeah.
whole place makes me think of him. He would quack at the ducks. He pretended to have conversations with them, and that we saw the same ones every week. He began to set up little stories between them.
Yeah, this is Harry we're in the mind of now.
And then one day, he was gone.
Oh?
No one knows yet who caused the crash, but he was driving at the time. It doesn't really matter anymore. He was unconscious from the crash to the hospital. I don't remember the journey in the taxi. I just remember standing at the desk inside, asking for him, crying. And a doctor quietly took me aside to tell me I was too late.
Shit like this, you can't like prevent.
We would lie in bed and read, our breathing sinking. He would close his book, kiss me, and fall asleep.
When it's like someone's, you know, taken from you without any warning. Like it's
His toothbrush.
Death is always like saddening, but it's the ones that are the most painful is when it's so abrupt.
He loved traveling. I was the one who collected the souvenirs. I wanted to make this our home. It's only mine now. and I don't really want it anymore.
These, like, all these things I'm clicking on are all memories. They're all like... It's like how Grandma was saying these things, like, remind her of Will. Well, yeah, same deal here. It's like all these things, they're all just a reminder of the pain.
When friends come to visit me, they speak to me in a quiet voice, as if a loud sound might startle me.
Yeah.
They ask about the missing objects. I say, I'm going for a minimalist look. They nod and give me a strange smile, but I know they don't believe me. They know the reminders hurt too much.
Yeah.
I've been walking more since he died. I've been trying to get away from the memories to find something new, but everywhere I go, I see things that make me think of him.
The coffee shop that he was talking about. Yeah. This is giving me, like, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind
When you
vibes.
have a table for one, do they remove the other seat? Or just leave it there?
Hmm.
His Singing in the Rain impersonation was wonderfully dreadful. I never worked out if he was trying to be bad at it, or if it was a natural lack of talent. I call it a crash, but it was more of a collision. There was barely any damage. The insurance company asked if I wanted to get it repaired. I hung up. It was the angle the cars hit or where he was looking. It twisted his spine. Just bad luck.
That's what I was thinking when
He's gone. It could happen to anyone. But it happened to him.
I have to go around. That's what I was thinking at the time, is like a rear end collision like that shouldn't
I
kill
decided to
someone.
stay inside more. Keep to the inside. I can control what's in here. But even at work there are reminders. I need this space to be clear, so I can be free.
That's why we're removing everything.
Get rid of all these things. I'll get new things, things that I didn't use with him. When will it stop hurting to think of
This
him?
is ultimately, though, this kind of mindset is borderline destructive, because if you allow, you just try and hide.
I just don't know. I don't know how I feel or how to feel. There's something cold inside my chest, pulling me down.
Yeah, if you just hide away from the pain, you know,
How are we supposed to go on? People talk about getting closure, but his story was only half written.
That's the thing, is like if you just hide from the pain, you know, it eventually everything will remind you of you know, of the pain.
I'm nearly
Ultimately,
there.
ultimately, just getting rid of everything will just leave you empty and alone and sad. You need to find some other purpose.
It's all gone. He's gone. But he's not. I can't get rid of him. Why won't he leave me alone? I'm different now. He changed me. I feel the space he's left inside me. But it's okay. It's his shape. That's going to be part of me that I carry forever. Denying that would be killing him again.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the thing. You gotta find purpose in something else, and you've got to.
I can live.
You gotta face the.
It's okay
pain.
to do that. And be happy again someday soon. Eventually. Happy I knew him.
Yeah, you've got to cherish what you had rather than try and stop. You know, rather than trying to remove the pain from your mind. You would just have to cherish what you had when you had it.
Forgetting him. How could I think I could forget him?
Yeah.
He'd call me an idiot and laugh, hug me and kiss me and hold me. I miss his arms. I can still hear his voice reading his favourite books to me as I drifted off to sleep. That was our whole life together. Brief, but so wonderful.
Oh, here we are. I missed a piece. I couldn't find it.
I don't know about afterlife things. Maybe I'll see him again someday. Maybe I won't. It's enough to know part of him lives on with me.
Yeah.
I'll never forget him.
Hmm.
He reached out to me when I'd pushed him away. Once I looked after him, but that day he looked after me. The world was changing, and he was changing, becoming more mature. He came to visit me often over the next few years.
It's always in these tragic
He showed
stories.
me things I had never seen before.
It's always when things are turning up, you know,
Okay, so this is the mouse.
showing how to use a computer.
And then you came to see me.
Is it Harry or is it Sarah? Because it felt like Sarah was talking to her in the previous story. She asked if it was weird for her to say, you know, that to her. You know, talk about them falling in love with her grandson and all that. No, it is Harry.
And then you told me what had happened.
Hmm. Assuming it's something similar happens
It's one
here.
of those strange things. I had just been thinking about Will.
Yeah.
We met up again after uni. There was a reason we got together to begin with. We just got on really well.
Hmm.
We became friends again when he got the
That
travel
was-
writing job for that London agency.
That's what the ominous phone call was.
He talked about his job, his family. He often spoke about you both.
Yeah, it's all three of them talking about...
He told me how happy he was. And then you called me. Hello? He was happy at the end.
Yeah, they're all sitting down, in this case, at a coffee shop, and they're all just chatting
He
about...
loved you both so much. I keep on thinking I see him, or feeling like he's just sitting reading in the next room. It's silly, really. I couldn't understand how life could be so cruel, taking him away. But life wasn't cruel. Life gave him to us to begin with. Even with so few moments, we could love him. We always will.
I find it interesting, though, that Will's parents aren't involved in this.
After we shared our memories, I went back to the park where I had spent so much time with Will. They had shared fragments of his life with me that I had never known. I felt at peace. Talking with them, even without Will, I felt I wasn't so alone. I was never alone. I just needed to reach out. Life isn't a planned event. It's just a journey. And some travelers only stay with us for a little while. I don't know if I'll love like that ever again. But to have felt it once, and to know that love is real, that's enough for me.
There we go. Well, that was it. Harry was played... Oh, well, there's all the cast. I believe this is a relatively indie sort of title. But yeah. Yeah, it was made by about 4 people, I think. And voiced by some other people as well. Oh no, there's at least sort of 5 or 6 people I see. 5 or 6 different names I've seen there already. Some repeating ones, but then there are some new ones as well. Well, I believe that's it. That's Fragments of Him. I knew it was gonna be like this. Yeah. I knew I wanted to play it, but I wasn't sure how I knew I would be feeling pretty down after that. All the thanks from all the developers, I'm assuming. We're gonna have a separate thanks sections for each of them. Yeah, I think the sentiment... But from the sentiments there, I'm pretty sure it was sort of like... primarily like 3 people that worked on this game by the looks of it. Yep. Thank you for sharing this experience. Love and cherish those around you. Yeah. And that's just it. Sometimes it is just something... Just, you know... Sometimes it is just the most unlucky of situations that brings about the end of someone's journey, so to speak. That's it. Fragments of Him. Well... Go tell your family you love them. You never know. In these times, you know, you never know when the next opportunity to tell them that will be. But yeah. If you like what you saw, like... if you want to see more like this, if you want to see me play something like that Dragon Cancer, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.